Good evening and welcome into Nice News. His Majesty the King and the Egyptian President call for preserving Syria's security, stability, sovereignty and territorial integrity. The National Centre for Security and Crisis Management carries out an exercise to assess the level of readiness and test public safety in the kingdom. And Israel's latest attacks on the Gaza Strip have killed 52 Palestinians and injured over 200 others. Hello and welcome again. His Majesty King Abdullah has returned home after a working visit to Egypt, where he held talks with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. During talks in Al-Ittihadiyya Palace in Cairo, King Abdullah and President al-Sisi called for preserving Syria's security, stability, sovereignty and territorial integrity, reiterating their respect for the choices of the Syrian people. The two leaders affirmed their support for a peaceful, inclusive political transition in which all Syrian political and social components are represented and which meets the aspirations of the Syrian people and guarantees their rights. On the developments in Gaza, the two sides called for stepping up international efforts to stop the Israeli war and protect civilians. His Majesty called on key international actors and relief organizations to intensify their efforts to enhance the humanitarian response in the Gaza Strip. The two leaders reaffirmed their absolute rejection of the displacement of Palestinians in the occupied West Bank and Gaza. The King warned of the danger of unilateral measures against Palestinians in the West Bank and repeated violations of Muslim and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem. King Abdullah stressed the need to step up efforts to create a political horizon to achieve just, comprehensive and lasting peace on the basis of the two-state solution. The talks also cover the situation in Lebanon, with both leaders stressing the importance of ensuring the success of the ceasefire there. His Majesty King Abdullah met with the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen to discuss regional developments, including the situation in Syria. King Abdullah emphasized the need for international efforts to support a peaceful, inclusive political transition in Syria, ensuring representation for all political and social groups. The King stressed the importance of preserving Syria's unity, stability and national institutions while safeguarding its citizens. King Abdullah and der Leyen called for an immediate halt to the Israeli war on Gaza, increased humanitarian aid to the region and the success of the ceasefire in Lebanon. They also reviewed the strategic partnership between Jordan and the European Union, exploring ways to enhance cooperation across various sectors. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein met in Kuwait with Badr Assad, Director General and Chairman of the Arab Fund for Economic and Social Development, to discuss cooperation and development initiatives. The Crown Prince praised the fund's support for communities hosting Syrian refugees and welcomed its decision to launch its new strategy in Jordan. The strategy focuses on driving economic growth, creating jobs, enhancing climate resilience, fostering Arab economic integration, and advancing digital transformation and innovation. Discussions also covered ways to ensure the sustainability of the fund's projects in Jordan. The Lower House Speaker Ahmed al-Safadi and his Iraqi counterpart Mahmoud al-Mashhadani called for boosting bilateral economic cooperation as well as investment opportunities in the fields of energy, transport, education, agriculture, tourism and infrastructure. During talks in Amman, the two sides also emphasized the importance of strengthening parliamentary coordination to serve the interest of both countries. At the regional level, they stressed the need to support Syria's security and stability and halt Israel's brutal war on the Gaza Strip. Senate President Faisal Faiz also met with the Iraqi Parliament Speaker and highlighted the strategic importance of the proposed Jordanian-Iraqi oil pipeline. At the regional level, the Senate President condemned the Israeli violations in Gaza and the West Bank, asserting Jordan's opposition to the forced displacement of Palestinians and any solution to the Palestinian issue at Jordan's expense. On Syria, Al-Faiz affirmed Jordan's support for a unified and stable Syria, highlighting the need for an international intervention to halt Israeli incursions into Syrian territories. A comprehensive national exercise dubbed Darb al-Aman 4 kicked off in the presence of His Royal Highness Prince Ali ibn al-Hussein, the President of the National Center for Security and Crisis Management. The drill, carried out in cooperation and coordination with the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army, security agencies and various state institutions, aims to assess the level of readiness and test public safety in various locations in the kingdom's governorates. Over to the Gaza Strip now, where Israeli occupation forces committed 7 massacres, killing 52 Palestinians and injuring over 200 others just in the past 24 hours. Israel has been waging a brutal aggression on Gaza since October last year, killing at least 45,000 Palestinians and injuring about 107,000 others. Thank you so much for your time.